Hey, what's up? Saw the video. I am a big fan of Adam Carolla. Huge fan of Adam Carolla. But I gotta disagree with them on some points. Um, as far as what he's saying, what I keep seeing is everybody going way far to one extreme and way far to another. The Occupy protesters. The problem with them is they can't centralize to a few specific ideas to say this is what we think should happen. All they're saying is those guys over there are fucking up, but they're not specifically all collectively saying this is exactly what they're fucking up about. They haven't pinpointed, just said, hey, everybody, do we agree that this is one thing that they need to fucking fix? And that's the problem, is they haven't completely organized themselves. Not one person has stepped up and said, you know what, I will represent them, or hell, even a panel of people. And if they at least had that, people would probably take them more seriously, and they wouldn't, and guys like Adam Carolla wouldn't feel this strongly about them. And what needs to happen is if everybody met in the middle, then everything would make more sense and it wouldn't be pissing everybody off. Because what Adam is saying, Adam's basically being he's not completely wrong, but at the same time he's being a douche about it. As far as the way he's talking about these guys, and granted, I fully agree. My generation is completely fucking pussified. You can't say shit. You can't say shit. You can't do shit. I'm one of those people where we're literally, I'm the fucking poor. I'm the fucking growing up poor, you know, struggling musician. Granted, I have the fucking support of my family and my friends, and I'm working full time, going to school full time. I'm busting my ass. And to the people who felt to and I have to say this, to the people who feel as though they don't have to do that in order to make it, they can just fucking just, I'm gonna throw some paint on a fucking plat on a on some shit, and I'm gonna sell it for $1 million fucking. Just they don't, those people are to the far extreme that I talk about, as far as like some of the Occupy protesters are. Like a lot of them are the art students, the art majors, that they didn't fucking understand that this shit doesn't make a lot of money, and those people who do make a lot of money is fucking rare, and if anything, they have day jobs. Yeah, they made $50,000 off of that book that that got published, but on the regular, they have a fucking $30,000 a year job, and that's just how the fuck it goes. And with Adam Carolla, the problem that I have with him is that he was saying that um that everybody is completely pussified, and that everybody is they feel that, well, the entitlement. That's what I mean. Is the entitlement is what I'm referring to, really. Uh that that everybody, that's just everybody's main focus is, I I want what that guy has, and I'm gonna fuck his shit up. And what's been going on is, of course, you have all these, you got idiots that are going out to these protests and they're fucking shit up. You have the actual protesters there, which at this point are in my opinion are few, and then you have the people who are there to you got the people who are there to try to get some attention, and to you got the guys who are there to pick up girls and shit, and all that, and bullshit. And then you have the people who are there to incite chaos and riots and fuck shit up. You have those people who are there at this point. And what's happening is the really shitty part of the group, they're the ones who are basically representing the entire Occupy movement right now. And because those are they take up most of the space, in my opinion. Um, but the actual idea of the Occupy movement is something I support, to say that right now politicians, y'all, they're fucking up. I mean, if you think about it, the Occupy movement, the main thing that it seemed to strike with everybody, at least in my opinion, what struck with me, was that politicians are fucking up. everything, the trickle down doesn't fucking work. It doesn't fucking work. And now it's, and to me that's something that everybody just needs to fucking accept. All these fucking tax cuts, all of that shit, it's that's the fucking problem. And um I don't think people would have as much of a problem with the rich getting richer, as long as it's not where there's a big fucking gap going between, the rich and the poor, to where, as far as growth is concerned. Because it'd be different if, you were the rich was getting richer, but at the same time the middle class wasn't getting richer, wasn't getting as rich as fast, but they were at least growing. You were getting less people in the lower class, and you were getting more of them into the middle class. And that's the problem, is that hasn't been happening, and that's what a lot of people are pissed about. It's not particularly entitlement. It's that people were promised a lot of shit, you know, uh, and they got fucked. And when you get fucked, not particularly when you fail, but when you get fucked, there's a difference between when you fail and when you get fucked. Because when you get fucked, you literally, that means you've gone and you said, what could I have done? And you literally come to a point where you're like, this person fucked me. Literally, if that person hadn't done this, I wouldn't be in this fucking position. Where it you could be to the point where what's a good example of everyday thing? You're walking down the hall, you're gonna go talk to a girl that you really like, and as you're approaching her, some jerk off decides to fucking trip you, and ever since and she sees you, and ever since then she looks at you awkwardly. Well, up to that point, you probably had a good fucking chance until Dr. Douchebag over here fucking decided to trip you. And what I feel as though has happened is, you got all these fucking lobbyists, you got all these politicians fucking up. You know, it's like, that's what people, in my opinion, are truly pissed off about. The people with common fucking sense, and not even particularly the Occupy movement, because what's happened to the Occupy movement is that it went from a really good idea, a really good thought, and it just fucking straight off into the distance. It's gone. It's there's a few sprinkles here and there, as far as what it was truly representing, was that, yo, we need to get our shit together. Shit isn't all right. It's not. Yeah, the rich are getting richer, but like we said, no problem with that, as long as we're getting more people out of the lower class and into the middle class, and the middle class is fucking shrinking. And if you don't think that that's happening, then where the fuck have you been? Seriously, I want to go there so I can forget about all this bullshit. You know, like I said, Adam Carolla has some great points. It's just, I think he really, really, I think he's more pissed about the fact that everybody's turning into pussies. And a lot of people are turning into pussies. You know, I blame Apple. I really do. Too many fucking hipsters. I like hipster chicks. I like the hipster crowd. They're really, music wise, they know their shit. But a lot of ways, I remember pussies. But music wise, they know their shit. They know their shit. Ace. How about that? But that was just my opinion about it. So in conclusion, Adam Carolla was somewhat right, but he was a little bit of a douchebag about it. Occupy movement was a really good idea, had a good message at first. Now a bunch of dumbasses have taken it over, um, as far as numbers wise, and it's a lost fucking cause. And while they're sitting up bitching, I mean, yeah, occupy something. Occupy the fucking media. Occupy all of that shit. But don't sit up and block work and all that other shit. You're not really doing anything now. That's just my opinion. It's Big Kid. I'm out.